1067 KROQ Klein and Ally show. We only let very important, very successful people in our studios, minus ourselves. And Marcus Mumford is here for an announcement that will change your life forever. How's that? Did I oversell it?
Surprise, surprise. Our band's going to play some shows.
Hell yeah.
We're very relieved, and we're going to start small and intimate, and we're calling it the tour before the tour. We're going to play theatres all over the place.
Wait, so you're not talking massive venues like you will be playing when I'm sure you go on tour to support the album. We're talking intimate little venues.
We're going to play the Palladium in Los Angeles.
What?
Yeah, and we're going to play the Forum in London and these little spots, which is where we kind of cut our teeth. You know, these rooms that we haven't had the opportunity to play loads, and it felt like a good way to sort of warm ourselves up and play some of these new songs in an intimate setting before bigger ones later in the year. So
is that so you get the bat out in front of smaller crowds before you?
Yeah, try all the jokes out that are going to bomb.
They're going to be really bad. Really bad.
I mean, yeah, you guys don't need to like brush up. You guys know what you're doing.
No, I think we just really wanted to take the opportunity to play small venues because we love them. We love small venues. Like we grew up on small venues. Our music belongs in those as well as big ones, So
are there more nerves when you are going into a smaller place where you start really seeing the faces of the people than when you're in a massive place where it's just a sea of kind of hair?
Yeah, the big ones, especially the outdoor big ones, can feel like a little more anonymous, especially if you're quite far away from the crowd. Like Glastonbury, you're like 50 meters away from the crowd, But in these places, you're right. You can smell each other.
Yeah.
I also feel like people are more aware of the intimacy, and they are more willing to put their phones away and simply be present in the experience. And that must feel refreshing for you as a performer.
Yeah, I think so. I think you can be deliberate about asking for moments without phones, but I also get the instinct to, want to capture it. So.
Yeah,
I'm not too much of it. I'm not very Dave Chappelle on that.
If you see Mumford Sons, you're going to want everyone to know you saw Mumford Sons, especially if they're at the
Palladium.
Palladium.
Yeah.
That'll be on March 20th. And then you've got these other shows happening in Chicago and Toronto, Brooklyn, as you mentioned, back on the other side of the pond. This is so cool, all supporting the album, which will be out on March 28th. It's Rushmere, the first album Mumford Sons had out in 7 years. The band's back together. And this is so exciting. Palladium show. What are you going to demand? What is the one thing you'll demand is in your dressing room? Because when you first started out in these small venues, you could make no demands. You just showed up.
Do you know what? I think I'm going to treat myself that night to a new pair of sneakers.
Whoa.
Yeah. Oh, new, just Vans. Nothing fancy.
Nice.
Nothing vintage. Nothing cool for sure. But just a nice box fresh pair of sneaks.
That is a nice feeling, huh?
For a show, right?
Yeah.
The big announcement from Marcus Mumford here on KROQ. Everything is going, and then you hit the tour again, and you have some tour rituals, right, that you do before you head out?
Yeah, I've started warming up because we're going to play a lot of shows this year, and I want my voice to survive. So I've started taking that more seriously, actually.
Is it true or false? Speaking of warming up, you already ran 3 miles today.
This is true. Yeah, this is true. But how did you know that?
3, because I saw you running on the way here.
Right.
So that's Marcus Mumford.
I'm pouring with sweat. Someone's been helping me with my voice and how to protect it for the long term, and cardio is a big part of it, apparently.
Really?
And this is like a grown-up job now for me.
So it wasn't just another New Year's resolution?
I'm moving from my
amateur
phase into my professional phase, where I'm taking it a bit more seriously.
Yeah, now you're like Bono now at this point,
yeah.
right?
You're going to get like special teas and everything?
He calls it a tune-up.
Well, anyway, listen, love having you at KROQ. You're like family here. Support, obviously, don't need to tell you this. I'm sure this Palladium show will sell out instantly. If people are already asking tickets, how do I get them? How can I get in? All the details, I'm sure, will be up on the socials, KROQ and Mumford Sons as well.
That's absolutely right.
Very cool. Thanks for stopping by. Always good to see you.
You too. Thank you.
Take care. Bye.